The next class of dye is a basic dye. So the dye ionized into colored cations. So because of the colored cations, it is called colored base. So it is called basic dyes. The general formula for a basic dye is given here. So the properties of basic dyes are higher intensity and brilliancy, readily soluble in alcohol or methylated spirit, and liable to form a sticky mass which can be difficult to bring into solution. So during dissolution you have to be very careful for dissolve the basic dyes. Basic dyes is treated with an alkali. It is decomposed with the liberation of the dye base, which is colorless. Many of the basic bases are springly soluble in water. So thus sodium hydroxide is added to a solution of methylene blue. So and the mixer allowed to stand for some time, a flocculent precipitate of the base will appear. So thus water containing alkali or temporary hardness of water should not be used in dyeing of basic dyes. So you have to take the water without any hardness. So basic dyes being cationic under certain conditions can precipitate by direct or acid dyes which are anionic. So if you are adding anionic dyes into the basic dye, so it will precipitate. The basic dyes are of poor fastness to light and vary with regard to washing fastness from poor to moderate. So basically the basic dyes are poor fastness properties, light and wash fastness. Basic dyes have very poor affinity towards cellulosic fibers, unlike protein fibers. So they can moderate to with insoluble double salts of tannic acid to give them an affinity. With fastness of basic dyes, protein fibers can be improved by back tanning. So that is, after dyeing you have to treat the tannic process, but the tannic process will give the flattened shades. So normally it is not practically used, and otherwise it will reduce the brilliancy of the colors. Basic dyes have great affinity towards protein fibers like wool silk and polyacrylonitrile. So the retarding agent is necessary to dye the protein fibers. For 1 to 2% of acetic acid is used as retarding agent. The excess of hydrogen ion in the liquor concentrates the attraction of the electronegative sites in the fiber, and that slows down the rate of absorption of the dye ions. And when acid is used as a retarding agent, a small amount of alkali is needed to increase the exhaustion in the end of the process. Basic dyes are absorbed in a neutral medium or alkaline bath. Soap may be used as an assistant instead of acetic acid, from 10 to 15% on the weight of the goods. When dyeing with soap, soft water is essential. So you have to dye in the presence of soap, and the water should be soft so that the dye will not precipitate.